All right, so go ahead and state your name and tell me your ride. What are we looking at?
Hello, I'm Nico, and this is my 2011 Corvette Grand Sport Convertible LT3. This car is in Infernal Orange, which is a rare color for the Corvette. You more or less see them in the Camaros, but every now and then, if you're lucky, you'll get to see it in a Vet. Grand Sport is basically the Z06 without the LS7, so you get your normal LS3, 438 horsepower. And then this one's got the 6-speed automatic transmission, which is also paddle shift. You can do the paddle shifts on it.
I absolutely love the color, and it looks like you've taken very good care of C6 generation, right?
That's correct.
Now, tell me, how did you get this car? Why did you choose Corvette? You mentioned it was actually given to you.
Yeah, my dad, he had the car, and he bought it when he got single. And yeah, you gotta love that. He got it when he got single, and he drove it for a couple of years. He was out on business trips, though. He'd go out. He'd be out 6-8 months at a time, and so I'd go over to his house, and I'd clean it up and drive it. He totally didn't know about that, but I drove it. And then when I turned 16, I needed a car, and he didn't want to open up another loan on his credit, so he just said, you know what, you're getting straight A's in school, you're doing good, you drive semis, bulldozers, and everything else, so I trust you won't wrap this thing around a pole. Here you go. And clearly I haven't wrapped it around a pole yet. But it's been a good car for me. It was my daily driver for about 3 years until I bought a $700 pickup. And then... And yeah, other than that, I've just kind of kept it stock. Other than the paddle shifters, I threw a different set of paddle shifters on it because the ones that come on this car are kind of crappy.
No, that's perfect. Yeah, no, and that's awesome. Yeah, I drive a 2000 Nissan Frontier as my daily, so it's like nice to have a nice, simple pickup and get you around town and keep your baby in the garage, right? Now, have you always been kind of a Corvette guy? Have you always liked cars in general, or have you explored other options? Japanese, European.
I like all brands. I don't discriminate. They're good cars. I do like Corvette, and if I ever do get another supercar, it'll definitely be a Corvette. Like right now, my dream is that new Z06.
Oh, yeah,
even though for some reason they're selling them for $200,000, but it's like I've always been a American car guy for sure, but I just love the rumble of the V8 and.
Exactly. Now, how do you feel about, America kind of, the V8's going the way of the dinosaur and everything's turning into V6 twin turbo or 4-cylinder turbo and all that?
I don't think it's a bad thing. We're also heading into the electric era. And, there's a lot of cars that I like that are electric as well. And some of the fastest cars in the world now are hybrid. I don't think it's a bad thing. I think we just got to roll with the changes. If you're a gasoline guy, then by all means, I know for sure that till the day I die, I'm always going to have a petrol-powered vehicle. But, I'm not opposed to having an electric or a V6 twin turbo. Like the GTRs, I love the GTRs. They're great cars. I would totally own one.
Now, these C6 Corvettes are becoming really popular, and they're starting to even appreciate in value. What could you advise those that are looking into a C5, C6 Corvette? What should be some of the things they're looking out for?
Well, if you're looking, it depends. If you're looking for a daily driver, by far the best one you can get is either a C5 base or a C6 base car. If you're looking to go a little bit faster, your Grand Sports are really good in the C6 era. Or if you got the money to shell out, Z06s are even better. But absolutely, if you're looking for a C6 Corvette, though, make sure you get between a 2008 and a 2013, because that's when you get your 6-speed with the paddle shifters, and it's a much better 6-speed than the one they used to put in the 2005 to 2007 vehicles.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think that's what we're definitely looking for. And then last question, you kind of already started to address it, but California in itself is transitioning to electrification in the next 15 to 20 years. You said you're not necessarily against it, but what are your final thoughts on electric cars in the future, the car culture?
I think they have their place in the car culture, just like anything else here does. At the end of the day, cars are cars. People are going to like what they like, and no matter what, we already have people taking taking Teslas and putting wraps on them, and hell, even one car I was looking at personally was that new Kia, the
Ioniq 5 or
the Ioniq 5,
or
the
EV6.
the EV6, the EV6 GT. Yeah, that's correct. But yeah, they have their place. They're not for everybody. Like me, I drive really far, so I would have to have an electric that can get really far, and those are in short supply these days. But, the future's the future. We'll see what happens.
I agree 100%. Well, thank you for your time. Do you have any last shout outs, or did you have a social media where we can follow you or your ride? Go ahead and give it now.
You can follow my social media. It's just Nico Palmieri, at Nico Palmieri. It's pretty basic. I haven't posted anything in since 2017. So, but absolutely shout out to Lethal Culture for throwing these shows. Gives me something to do on the weekends for sure, and they're a great bunch of people.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. Well, thank you so much. I'm just going to do a quick walk around, but I really appreciate your time.